Welcome to the Kozan Frequency. I'm Emly. This week, we'll be looking at new technology news and developments. Samsung's new flagship Exynos 2400 relies heavily on AI. Samsung's upcoming Exynos 2400 chip promises 70% faster CPU performance and up to 14.7x faster AI processing compared to its predecessor. The CPU core layout of the Exynos 2400 could include one Cortex-X4 core running at 3.16 GHz, two Cortex-A720 cores running at 2.9 GHz, three Cortex-A720 cores running at 2.6 GHz, and four low-power Cortex-A520 cores running at 1.95 GHz. The Exynos 2400 will feature an AMD RDNA 3-based XCLIPS 940 GPU for enhanced ray tracing performance and will be manufactured on Samsung's advanced 4nm LPP node. The best Android smartphones launched this year use Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip. While Samsung's LSI division is also a major player in the SoC market, its Exynos chips have lagged behind the competition for some time with poor performance and overheating issues. This led the Korean giant to cancel the Exynos 2300 and go all-in with a Snapdragon chip for the Galaxy S23 series this year. However, rumors are circulating that the company could use the Exynos 2400 in at least some variants of the Galaxy S24 in 2024. This chip is now official, with Samsung revealing preliminary details about its performance at its SLSI Tech Day event. Samsung claims that the Exynos 2400 delivers 70% faster CPU performance and up to 14.7x faster AI processing than the Exynos 2200 via SamMobile. The chipset packs a 10-core CPU, but the company did not specify its core layout and clock speed. Rumors suggest the SoC could pack a Cortex-X4 core running at 3.16 GHz, two Cortex-A720 cores clocked at 2.9 GHz, three Cortex-A720 cores clocked at 2.6 GHz, and four low-power Cortex-A520 cores running at 1.95 GHz. Based on the ARM version 9.2 architecture, all CPU cores are 64-bit only, so Exynos 2400 powered phones won't be able to run 32-bit applications. The upcoming flagship Exynos chip will use an AMD RDNA 3-based XCLIPS 940 GPU, which promises much better ray tracing performance. However, Samsung has not given any figures as to what kind of performance improvement can be expected. Samsung will manufacture the chip on its advanced 4nm LPP node. But again, it did not share any performance or efficiency improvements this will bring. Exynos chips are notorious for overheating issues and poor efficiency, so the company's silence on these aspects for the Exynos 2400 does not bode well. X social media to test $1 annual subscription for basic features. October 17, Reuters, social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, said on Tuesday it will test a new subscription model under which it will charge $1 a year for basic features. The new subscription, called Not a Bot, will charge users for liking, reposting or quoting posts from other accounts and bookmarking posts on the web version of the platform. The purpose of introducing the new subscription model is to combat bots and spammers, X said, adding that the fee will vary from country to country based on exchange rates. X said the new method will be available to users in New Zealand and the Philippines first. As part of this test, existing users will not be affected. But new users who choose not to subscribe will only be able to view and read posts, watch videos and follow accounts. Bots have been a controversial issue for Elon Musk, who took over the company last year. In July, X introduced a tweet view limit to ensure the authenticity of its user base. Musk mulls pulling X, formerly Twitter, out of EU to avoid disinformation laws. Elon Musk, owner of X, formerly Twitter, is considering moving the social media platform out of Europe to avoid a new anti-disinformation law recently passed in the bloc, according to Insider. Musk is increasingly frustrated with having to comply with the Digital Services Act, DSA, a person familiar with the company told the publication. The DSA is designed to empower and protect users online from harmful or illegal content, disinformation, and violations of privacy and free speech. In recent weeks, Musk has discussed simply pulling the platform out of the bloc to avoid breaking the EU law, which could result in a potential fine of up to 6% of the company's global revenue. The news comes just days after the European Commission announced it was officially investigating X's compliance with the new law. Industry chief Thierry Breton formally requested detailed information from the platform on its actions to mitigate and remove harmful or poisonous information. Microsoft is shutting down this Windows feature to stop it being hijacked for malware delivery. If you're a fan of VB-Script, bad news, Microsoft has announced that future versions of Windows will no longer include the scripting language, which will now only be available on request. VB-Script is being deprecated, Microsoft said in an update post. In future versions of Windows, VB-Script will be available as an on-demand feature before it is removed from the operating system. VB-Script, or the Visual Basic Scripting Language, was first released in 1996 and was mainly used to automate tasks. Its latest version, released in 2010, is 5.8, but it has struggled against a more powerful rival, PowerShell, released in 2006. Now we come to another news. The RTX 4080 and 4070 series might be getting a super refresh. A hardware leaker known as Hongxing 2020, who has a pretty reliable track record, has hinted at the possibility of NVIDIA introducing a super refresh for some of its current models. According to the leak, at least 3 graphics cards are being considered for updates. It's important to note that NVIDIA has not yet released a super variant within its RTX 30 series, which was already quite extensive. However, it should be remembered that Hongxing 2020 previously mentioned an RTX 30 super refresh that never materialized. So while this leaker's recent track record is more accurate, a degree of skepticism is warranted. The rumored NVIDIA refresh is said to include 3 cards, the RTX 4080 Super, the RTX 4070 Ti Super and the RTX 4070 Super. However, it's uncertain whether all of these will be released, and the full lineup has yet to be confirmed. In addition, this leak suggests that NVIDIA may be introducing its first Ti Super card, which would be a departure from its traditional naming conventions. Historically, Ti has denoted a higher spec model that was released at a time that suited NVIDIA. In the case of the RTX 40 series, the RTX 4070 Ti and RTX 4060 Ti models were immediately available without much delay compared to their non-Ti counterparts. The Super, on the other hand, was used for mid-series updates when NVIDIA wanted to refresh several SKUs, as in this case. So far, no other reputable leaker has mentioned such an update. However, if it turns out to be true, it's likely that other sources will eventually provide more information. As the exact specifications and release date have not been revealed, it would be premature to speculate on these details at this time. Our other news comes from our latest game, Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike 2 and AMD anti-lag plus issues. Last week, Valve officially acknowledged that AMD's anti-lag plus technology was making unwanted changes to game files, and categorized it as a form of cheating. As a result, Valve's anti-cheat system began issuing bans to some gamers who were using this technology with their Radeon RX 7000 series GPUs. This particular group of gamers were affected because AMD had not yet enabled the technology for other GPU series. Interestingly, despite being officially introduced, the technology was effectively disabled just a month after its initial unveiling. AMD is now introducing a validation process for GPU drivers. This is to ensure that the Adrenalin 2 3.10.1 driver, which included anti-lag plus 4CS2, is not being used. In addition, the newer driver version, 2 3.10.2, has effectively disabled this technology for all supported games. It's clear that AMD needs to rethink its approach to introducing significant graphics technology. trying to optimize the graphics pipeline to reduce latency at driver level may not be the wisest approach, especially when it comes to online games that use robust anti-cheat systems. To date, neither AMD nor the Counter-Strike development team have confirmed when or if Anti-Lag Plus will make a comeback in the game. To address this, AMD may need to follow NVIDIA's Reflex approach and work directly with game developers to integrate Anti-Lag Plus into specific titles. At the same time, the existing method can continue to be used for most offline games. Multiple accounts coming to WhatsApp. What's better than having one WhatsApp account? Well, it's having two. Today we're introducing the ability to have two WhatsApp accounts on Android at the same time. This is useful when you want to switch between accounts, for example, your work and personal accounts, so you don't have to log out every time, carry two phones, or worry about messaging from the wrong place. To set up a second account, you need a second phone number and SIM card, or a phone that accepts a multi-SIM or eSIM. Just open your WhatsApp settings, click the arrow next to your name and click Add Account. You can control your privacy and notification settings on each account. As a reminder, only use the official WhatsApp and don't download rip-offs or fake versions to get more accounts on your phone. Only the official WhatsApp will keep your messages safe and private. Amazon unveils latest delivery drone, plans to launch in UK and Italy next year. From this time next year, Amazon customers in the UK and Italy will be able to have their packages delivered by drone, the retail giant announced on Wednesday. While Amazon has been delivering small packages by drone in Texas and California for over a year now, this is the first time the company will be extending the service beyond US borders. Exactly where in the UK and Italy the service will begin has not yet been revealed. The announcement came on the same day that Amazon unveiled its next-generation delivery drone, the 30 Malawian Kwaches. While it doesn't improve on the payload, around 2.2 kilograms, of its predecessor, the new drone is said to be quieter, smaller and lighter. The 30 Malawian Kwaches also doubles the range of previous Prime Air drone models, with about half the noise and in more diverse weather conditions, Amazon said. The previous version could not make deliveries in light rain, wind, hot temperatures or other adverse conditions. The new drone is equipped with Sense and Avoid technology to avoid obstacles. Its design is based on a tilt-rotor concept, acting as a helicopter at takeoff and transitioning to horizontal wing flight once in the air. The drones will be used at new locations in the UK and Italy, and will replace the drones currently used for deliveries in the US by the end of 2024. David Carbon, vice president of Amazon's Prime Air program, told reporters during a press conference that the tech giant would eventually send drones from a number of locations in the US, UK and Italy. "We will open more facilities over time," he said. "This is not a market test. Our customers, and frankly our communities, need this kind of sustainable service." Currently, Amazon's delivery drones cannot fly beyond the line of sight of a human observer due to strict flight regulations, although the company hopes this will soon change. To this end, the company said it is working closely with national and international regulators to build a safe and scalable service. Exploring how drones can be safely and successfully integrated into more of the UK's airspace is key, said Frederick Laugier, head of Innovation Advisory Services at the UK Civil Aviation Authority. "It is vital that projects like this take place to contribute to the body of knowledge and experience that will soon enable drones to operate beyond the line of sight of their pilot on a daily basis, while still allowing for the safe and equitable use of the air by other users," he added. Amazon hopes to deliver 500 million packages using autonomous aircraft by 2030. We have come to the end of this week's developments. Do not forget to follow and share the Kozan frequency. See you in the next episode. Stay tuned.